This video is teaching you how to recognize different types of clauses. There are two kinds of clauses we will learn today: independent clauses and dependent clauses. If you are unsure what a clause is, stop this video right now and rewatch the previous video on clauses versus phrases. An independent clause contains a subject and a verb, and it can stand all by itself. It functions as a perfectly normal sentence without help from anything else. For instance, Lucinda watches television. This is a clause because it has both a subject, Lucinda, and a verb, watches. It is an independent clause because if I add a period to the end, it can function as a complete sentence all by itself. A dependent clause also contains a subject and a verb, but it cannot stand on its own because it begins with a dependent marker. Most dependent markers are words that suggest conditions, such as time conditions, like after, before, when, and while; causal conditions, like because, since, and so that; contrary conditions, like though, although, except that, and despite; and potential conditions, like if, unless, and whether. This is just a partial list, and there are many more dependent markers. If you are unsure whether a specific word is a dependent marker, consult the list provided on Canvas or ask your instructor. Recognizing dependent markers is important to determining whether a sentence is complete or not. Let's go back to our clause from earlier, Lucinda watches television, and add a dependent marker to the beginning. When Lucinda watches television. I know it's a clause because I still have a subject and a verb. But this clause cannot stand on its own. Instead, it sets up a condition, in this case time, for some other action to occur. Readers will want to know what happens when Lucinda watches television. When Lucinda watches television, she dreams about becoming a famous actress. In order to be complete, every sentence must contain at least one independent clause. The clause, she dreams about becoming a famous actress, could function all by itself. That means it is independent and can support both clauses. It is also important to recognize that a dependent clause can occur before the independent clause, as in our previous sentence. When Lucinda watches television, she dreams about becoming a famous actress. Or it can occur after the independent clause. Lucinda dreams about becoming a famous actress when she watches television. It can even occur in the middle of the independent clause. Lucinda, when she watches television, dreams about becoming an actress. No matter where in the sentence the dependent clause is located, it always begins with a dependent marker. The only thing that the location of the dependent clause changes is how you punctuate the sentence. We will watch another video soon about how to punctuate sentences with different combinations of clauses. For now, just work on identifying independent and dependent clauses.